Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms, where we are all about faith, family, home, and farm. I hope you find something on our channel that will encourage you and inspire you on your journey. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, hit like and subscribe, and be sure to turn that little notifications bell on so you'll get notified every time a brand new video is uploaded. We hope to see you in each and every one. Thanks for watching. Hey y'all, Tracy here, a keeper of the home at 4D Farms. I am just popping in here for a quick second, just a little short clip to let y'all know I just had another big harvesting of my second round of butternut squash. It's like a butternut squash canning marathon in here. I am exhausted. I'm tired. But it's got to be done, okay? Y'all, you can save up your butternut squash and just process them a little at a time because butternut squash keeps good. Like pumpkins, they store good, okay? But I was just on a roll yesterday and I got as many done as I could. I froze some. Y'all, I've already got my video up and already up. Y'all probably already seen it. And all the ways that I canned, I froze, all that good stuff. 5 different ways, okay? But when I was doing this round of butternut squash, I found something else that I can do to put these up to have a quick meal for later on that I didn't discover it till just now when today I was processing these butternut squash. Or yesterday, because I have already got these in the freezer. So this is another little way that I found, and I just wanted to share it with y'all. So now maybe 6 ways, okay? You know, when you're processing the butternut squash and the round part of it, the bowl part of it, when you get done cutting that butternut squash in half, and then you've got your bowl. This is what I did with them, y'all. Take that bowl that you've cut in half, turn it cup side down, okay? Cut them into wedges. Reason why, let me turn you around and show you. Cut them into wedges, y'all. This is some I did. See the little bowl right there? And I just took it and cut it into wedges. Okay, like this, and I wound up with like 6 bags of these. And of course, you're going to have some butternut squash that's bigger than others. That came off a big one, okay? Because what I did, I held a butternut squash out for that night for our meal. Y'all, I popped them wedges right over here in my deep fryer, and I made butternut squash French fries. Y'all, they were good. We had pinto beans, cornbread, ham, and some butternut squash French fries. Y'all excuse my kitchen. It's a mess. I've still got to clean up, and I still have 1 pot left here on this second picking to get in my canner, okay? I'm not kidding, y'all. I was like, I want to try something. So now I've got 6 ways to process butternut squash. Okay, I was cubing up all those little bowls and canning them and all such as that. And I'm like, these look like wedges. And then, boop, light bulb went off. And I'm like, okay, let's try them first in the deep fryer to see if we're even going to like them before I cut them up this way and put them in vacuum seal bags and freeze them. Because I'm like, if we don't like them that way, that I'm going to waste butternut squash. Not waste it, but I mean, you know, I'm like, no, I'm not going to waste my time doing it that way if we're not going to like it. So I waited and I just left the wedges here for a few minutes. And then I'm like, I'm just going to throw some over there right quick. Y'all, I heated up my oil in the air fryer, let it get hot. I took a fresh butternut squash and boom. And I'm like, we tasted them. And of course, I had to heavily season them because it's butternut squash, y'all. They need to be seasoned, okay? So, y'all, salt, pepper, Old Bay seasoning. We had them with our supper and they were delicious. Okay, so there's you another way. So now the next batch of butternut squash I'll be getting, I'm going to take the long necks and use those for cubing. Okay, and then the bowls I'm going to cut into wedges. You can even use the necks and make French fry wedges. And dry pack them, and then turn around and deep fry those. Or you can freeze them into wedges, the necks, and you've got French fries on hand. A great keto and diabetic substitute instead of regular French fries, because a lot of people are substituting sweet potatoes for French fries. Now, y'all, you have another substitute. So I like growing and preserving things that I can get more uses out of, y'all. This is the reason why I tell y'all and challenge y'all, grow a plant. A tomato plant. Y'all, the possibilities are endless with tomatoes as far as preserving them. You can get so many things. Just tomatoes in the can, in the jar, to use in any kind of recipe, to turn into soup, whatever, stews, whatever, canning tomatoes. Then you can can roasted tomatoes, which gives them a different flavor. Yeah, okay. Salsa, enchilada sauce, ketchup, barbecue sauce. Oh my gosh, y'all. The tomato sauce, marinara, spaghetti sauce. Of course, I make one sauce for all of that. Okay. One sauce that I make is my base for pizzas, lasagnas, spaghetti, marinara sauce. One sauce does it all. A tomato plant. There's so many things you can do with tomatoes. And you know how much tomatoes are in the grocery store? There you go. Squash, zucchini. Y'all saw how many uses I get off of just squash and zucchini. So many ideas, y'all. Versus like just cucumbers, and basically you only get like 1 to 2 uses out of a cucumber. I got more uses out of my zucchini. Okay, and squash. Tomato, squash, zucchini. Something that is very versatile. Butternut squash. Y'all, I've got the puree. You saw the video. I've got so many different ways to use them, different tastes for different recipes, and get creative. Then the one that's dry packed or froze, I can season them as I make a recipe. So see, I've gave myself so many, what's the word I'm looking for? Versions to use a vegetable different ways. Like the butternut squash. I canned them 3 different ways. I can season them. I can go ahead and season them then when they go in the jar, like the simple syrup or the the vegetable broth, or the dry pack, where I can season them according to the recipe that I'm going to be using. Okay? Y'all. And then freezing them. Don't season them at all. Just raw. Put them in there. I can use them however I want to. Like, grow a plant. Grow a vegetable. Find all the different ways you can get, all the different uses you can get out of that one vegetable. Can it, freeze it, whatever. This butternut squash, I just gave myself a 6th way to use this butternut squash. And saves money, y'all. We're substituting for some French fries, okay? For keto and diabetic, okay? The puree can be substituted for pumpkin if you want to make a pumpkin pie. Anything. Do y'all know why you can use the butternut squash in place of the pumpkin? Did you know that the pumpkin, y'all, doesn't really have a flavor? You know what makes the pumpkin pie? Your spices makes the pumpkin pie. Did you know that a sweet potato just has a bland flavor until you put the seasonings in it? So you can substitute butternut squash in some things that calls for sweet potato puree or pumpkin puree. You can turn the butternut squash into a pumpkin pie or pumpkin souffle or whatever, just by changing your seasonings. Depression era cooking. They sometimes substituted butternut squash in their pumpkin pies. What made the pumpkin pie when you substitute pureed butternut squash was your pumpkin pie spice. Okay? Your cloves, your nutmeg, your cinnamon, and allspice. The seasonings is what gives it its flavor. Okay? You just go over here, cut you up a pumpkin, get you a piece of raw flesh out, and taste it. See if it has any flavor or not. It comes from your seasonings. That's why you can substitute butternut squash. Okay? So now I have added a 6th way to use my butternut squash by doing the little bowls and cutting them up in wedges. And then I use the necks for the cubed up to can or to freeze. So y'all, there you go. I didn't think about that when I did my video, y'all. And I just cubed up everything because I knew I wanted to be canning a bunch and pureeing a bunch. So, but I was like, aha, that little light bulb went off. I was like, I gotta try it. So now I'm sharing it with y'all, okay? Cut your little bowls up into wedges or your necks, whatever, and use them as French fries. Substitute to keto and diabetic or just a different taste, but season them heavily because butternut squash is kind of bland. That's why I knew I needed to use different seasonings like the simple syrup, the vegetable broth, because butternut squash takes on the flavor of the seasonings that you use. There you go. Just like pumpkin does, okay? And something else that I did. Anyway, it takes on that seasoning, okay? So, y'all, there you go. I got 6 ways now. 6 ways I can preserve one vegetable that I paid only $1.99 for a seed packet. And it gave me, or maybe 2 seed packets, gave me a whole row of butternut squash. Plan smart, plant smart, find as many uses as you can get out of that one vegetable, that one plant. Find different ways to preserve them according to how you're going to use them in recipes. And then you can substitute. I bet you I could take this butternut squash puree and turn it into a sweet potato souffle that you serve, a sweet potato casserole that you serve during the holidays. We may try that because it's all in the spices that you use. The brown sugar, the cinnamon, the marshmallows on top, the pecans if you want to use pecans. We may try that this holiday season, okay? So y'all, you in this clip, you just got some advice and you just got another way. I showed you how to use your butternut squash, okay? I'm challenging y'all. Plant that vegetable. See how many things you can get out of that one vegetable. That's the reason why tomatoes are so economical, because you can get so many. I am learning some more ways to put up tomatoes. Okay, and I'm going to be doing some this way. And when I figure it out and I do my research, I'll do a video. Of course, it's going to be how we like them because there's tons of videos out there, y'all. But I'm going to research and find the way that I like them and that's going to fit our needs according to how I'm going to use it. Y'all, plant that vegetable. Find as many ways that you can to use that vegetable. Make it versatile. Preserve it all kind of different ways so you can use it all kind of different ways. Save money, y'all, at the grocery store, okay? I got salsa. I got enchilada sauce. I've got pasta sauce. See? Okay? If y'all want to know how I do my tomatoes, how I make my enchilada sauce, I use Pioneer Woman's recipe to make the enchilada sauce, and then I just turn around and process it in a water bath, okay? I have 2 videos on processing tomatoes. One is without a KitchenAid attachment. One is with the meal, the juicer, whatever it's called, y'all. Okay? So, but I share my recipe at the end and canning it, everything. Those 2 videos, I take you through the whole process. Picking, washing, coring, peeling. Then cooking it, making my sauce, water bathing it from beginning to end. If you want to know about tomatoes, go watch those 2 videos, okay? I'm fixing to learn some more ways to do tomatoes, okay? Just for quick to put in a recipe, okay? Y'all go check them out. Yeah, find ways that you can use a vegetable for more recipes and preserve it different ways according to how you want to use it. Y'all save money, figure out how to do these things, okay? Okay, I just gave myself a 6th way of doing this butternut squash, y'all. And it was awesome because they fried up good, fresh. And the thing about them being frozen and thawed out, they're not going to take as long to cook. Okay, that's good. And then as soon as they come out of that deep fryer, season them, okay, to where that oil will just seep in, that salt and that pepper in those seasonings. Y'all, they were awesome last night. So I got more jars to fill and get in this pressure canner over here. So y'all, go check out some more videos, find different ways to process things. I got some more videos coming. Y'all just stay tuned. I'm not done yet. The garden is like, it's found its second adrenaline and it's like, boom, like it's starting all over again. So I'm like, oh, I'm trying to keep up here. Yeah, so we're in the throes of canning season, okay? But, you know, before it starts dwindling down, okay? So y'all go plant a vegetable. See what you can do with it. I just gave you another idea for butternut squash. So now that gives me 6 ways. I will catch y'all in the next video.